everybody, MDpolo here at a very noisy Range USA, and that's a good thing. I'm about 7 yards out with Palmetto State Dagger Compact. 15 loaded of MagTech. I hope you can hear me. So I'm about 7, 8 yards out. First shots, let's see how it does. Got a red front dot on a red top. I'm dancing around the bullseye there. Is empty. What do you think about this? This belongs to my friend Danny. Well, thank you, Danny, for lending me this for review. Turn it around. So there it is. It's dancing all around. A little snappier than I expected. Overall, not bad for the price. And now, let's go to the tabletop. Okay, we're back from the range with a Palmetto State Armory Dagger Compact. And it was a good shooting experience. Those were my very first rounds through this gun. And so I got better as I shot it more. I just showed you the first shots. But it was a little snappier than I remember a Glock Gen 3 being. And of course, it's a Glock Gen 3 clone. It's got a 4.5-inch barrel, and the barrel is coated with DLC. It's of course in 9mm. It's got a capacity of 15+1, just like a regular Glock 19. And it comes with one mag from PMag, but it will also accept Glock mags, as you see here. This is your regular Glock mag. And just for all the safety police, there it is. It's clear. So weight-wise is about the same as a Glock 19 Gen 3 at 22.4 ounces. And it does not come with an original box or a box, period. But it does come with a kind of a range bag. So I don't have one here to show you, but this gun belongs to my friend Danny. So thank you, Danny, so much for lending me your gun for the review. So all I got for the review was just the gun and the mag. But I did look it up. As far as how many jelly beans you're going to have to shell out for this, it depends where you buy it, but new about 360. But if you hunt around, you find them used, it's going to be about 275. So an outstanding value, in my opinion, for what you get. The slide is stainless steel. And this one, as you can see, it's got a Cerakote covering that is the American flag. And I'd love for you to tell me what you think about this. Do you like it? Or is it overdone? Or what are your thoughts on the slide? Because from Palmetto, you can also buy the slide by itself and put it on top of your dagger. So curious to hear what you say. This is, of course, the American flag, and it's got a battle-worn finish on the Cerakote. All right. So staying with the top, we got Ameriglow sights at the top, and they are tall sights with serrated rear. I'm sorry, flat rear, and that sounded funny. It is optics ready with an RMR footprint, and it's got the cover plate on it. So that's all good. The nice thing about the sights as well is that it will 1/3 co-witness with an RMR footprint. So all that is good. The bottom is of course polymer, and was got regular Gen 3 Glock controls. You got your slide stop here, which is single-sided. Everything's single-sided except for the mag release, which is reversible. And that's one of the things that we'll talk about later about this mag release. The polymer frame feels good. It's got excellent texture. Let's see if it'll show up here. And it goes high. This is one of my complaints. It's, textures usually don't make it all the way to the top where, at least myself, I usually need it. And the frame also has, I don't think it'll come out on camera, but if you, right here, it's got a little bulge. So it thins up, it's thinner up here, you've got a little bulge, and then it thins down a bit as well. So the frame is very comfortable as well as the texture. The texture was very well done. You got it in the back strap, and you got it even a little rougher up on the front strap. So I like that. It's got a bit of an undercut, maybe not as much as I'd like it, but it's got a bit of an undercut. The trigger guard, gosh, that word escaped me. It's got a little bit of waves here, so you can, so it'll match your fingers, but they have no texture at all. This magwell down here is polymer. It is not the way it comes from the factory, but some people like them, some people don't. I have medium-sized hands, so not very large hands. And with the magwell, the distance that I have here, you see a little bit of a finger groove there. The finger groove fits fine, but the magwell really cramps my fingers. Some people like it because it makes them, forces them to have a higher grip. For me, I'm not a fan of a magwell like this. So if this was mine, this would go. And if the magwell is gone, then you'll see an indentation on the side of the grip, which will aid you in stripping the mag if you have a malfunction. That goes away. You don't have that with this particular magwell, and you have no way really of getting to that mag if you do need to strip it out. All right. The other thing, let's talk about one of the downsides for me, is this mag release button. As you see here, it's got no texture on it whatsoever. It's got a little ramp down that leads you into the mag release, but it's very difficult to actuate. See here, I'm breaking my grip completely. I'm pushing it. You can see that the button is being pushed and nothing happens. I have to really break my grip and kind of push at it with a joint, and then it just anemically just goes plop. So one of the tests is what happens if you have it upside down and you want to eject the mag. That's all it does. I have other handguns that it just still goes flying. This is probably the most anemic and harder to actuate mag release button that I have tried. So that's one of the things that I don't like. As far as disassemble, is just like any Glock Gen 3. You got your little tabs here. You bring it back, pull them down, pull the trigger, and off it goes. To show you that it's just a regular Glock Gen 3 clone. And your internals. Now this one's got a metal guide rod. Kind of looks very similar to the ZR Tactical guide rods. But everything else is just regular Glock. And to reassemble it, exactly the opposite. Check for function, and we're ready to go. All right, so let's talk about the trigger. This is not the trigger that comes originally with a Palmetto State. So this is an Apex trigger. You know that I love Apex triggers. I feature them in a lot of my videos. So the Apex trigger here, and it pulls in exactly almost every time at 5 pounds. Very tactile, very forced reset. It really pushes your finger out and you're right at the wall and you go. It does have the little safety dingus, and as you can see here, it's got a little curve, a little edge at the bottom that really helps cradle your finger and put it at the right spot. So I love Apex triggers. I have them in several firearms, and I was glad to see that it had this when I borrowed the firearm for this review. As far as holsters are concerned, have your pick. Gen 3 holsters for Glocks will fit this with no problem. What else can I tell you about this? I already talked about the texture grip. That's one of the things that I liked a lot. It was easy to shoot, and you know, you've got all the aftermarket, all of the reliability uh, of a Glock Gen 3. So that's always very good. I already talked about my dislikes. What I didn't like very much is how the magazine release, even though it's swappable, how it works, because it barely works. Nothing wrong with the gun. I don't like this particular magwell. So if this was mine, this would have to go. But overall, like I said, I got better with it the more I shot it. And for the price, for the number of jelly beans that you have to pay for this, you know, under 400, you know, 360 or so new, 275 used, I think it's a very good value for the price. It's reliable, easy to shoot, and what else can I say? No problems. So if you're on a budget, or you just want a truck gun, something that you don't really care what happens to it, maybe this is what you should be looking at. So quick video here. Thank you, Danny, again for lending me your firearm. And I look very much forward to your comments. What do you think of the Palmetto State Dagger? This is a compact. They have them in many sizes. They have a micro dagger, the full size. What is your experience overall with Palmetto State? And if you can, share your thoughts on this, the Dagger Compact. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. As you know, I upload videos every Friday morning and when I can on Wednesday mornings as well. And I'm uploading, my videos upload automatically to Rumble. Good Lord. And I'm also on social media at Instagram and Twitter. So after that brain fade, thank you so much for stopping by. And until the next time, God bless.